So I have no excuse for what I look like right now. My hair is an absolute mess. But I forgot to start this video today and I had PT just now. I'll put it back.
How about you stack them? You can pick up dogs, right?
So many dogs. I'm not complaining, but it's a lot bending down.
You shouldn't eat more. Yeah. Anyway, what are you doing first?
Put it down on the opposite side, right?
Put it down, yeah, so it'll be a little left. Raise your and sit in it instead of leaning forward. There you go. That side when you're doing the legs.
As always, I love my physical therapist and I appreciate everyone who works in this office, of course. But today I have no work, so we're going to be going to Centennial Park. And I think my mom, my aunt, and I just want to go on like a walk. I might practice my running and skipping a little bit because it got a lot better today. So yes, I do feel accomplished in PT, unlike at a lot of places. But it makes me feel good about myself. But anyways, so yesterday I had a little bit of a mental breakdown, okay? But it's nothing to be ashamed about because, you know, recovery journeys are not always uphill. I need to remind myself of that every single day. So now I'm gonna drive over there and hopefully this day is better than yesterday. It's a brand new day. So I'm excited for what today holds. And that is what I'm gonna say every single morning of this year. All right, let's do it. We're at Centennial Park now, just going on a walk, and this time I didn't bring my wheelchair because I want to challenge myself and see if I can finish the whole course without having to use it. This park is kind of known for being hilly, so a little nervous, but there's a lake behind me and it's so pretty, and sometimes I prefer working out outside than inside because you can feel the fresh air and you can like see the trees and nature, even though I hate bugs, wildlife, most of nature. But yeah, I am doing well so far. I think we're like 1/10 done. So hopefully I can finish this without falling or slipping. There's this nice strip of road next to the lake. It's everybody's favorite part of this park, but I like it when there's a sunset because you can see the entire sky wrapping around the road. But so beautiful. I'm really tired. And I did it! I walked the whole 1.5 mile course. I ran in minute intervals throughout the entire thing, and now I'm red and sweating. My skin is doing its best right now. But I only have 10 miles on my car. So on today's episode of Can We Make It to the Gas Station Before My Car Stops? I guess we'll find out, because I don't want to go to the closest one because it's like $3.50 and that's way too much. So I'm going to go explore for the cheapest gas station around here. But if I stop, I guess that's the start of an interesting day. I'm at the gas station and gas is too expensive for my liking, and they're playing a really weird ad. But I love the smell of gas. Is that weird? I think I said that already. But anyways, I want to hurry up and go home so I can take a break real quick. It's already lunchtime. We have the tteokbokki, one of my favorite Korean dishes, with boiled egg and dumplings to go with it. Now it's after lunch and we're back at the Dutch market for some eggs and milk because, like I said, unbeatable prices. And maybe we'll buy some dinner for tonight. Oh, it's dark in here. Oh, it smells so good, as always. I think we're getting their chicken wings. They're very famous. They have like all different flavors and it's all home fried. So we'll see. Trying to save money. Alright, the haul from the Dutch market are cage-free organic eggs, this milk in a pretty glass jug, fried chicken, and massive potato wedges. So that's it. So it's much later now. I took some much needed rest, but now it is time for medications. So let's see, I got my refills done. My Tylenol, one of those. I used to take 3 pills 3 times a day. That's a lot of Tylenol, but anyways, I'm down to 1. Amitriptyline, this one helps with my migraines and sleep. It'll knock me out within like an hour and a half, I think. And then Tramadol. This is my most important pain medicine, okay? I cannot go without this. Last time I ran out for a couple of days and that was the end of the world for me. So, and I don't think I need to take my melatonin because I took my other one. So that's it. And in the hospital, I used to take all my pills one by one, but back when I was hospitalized, I had to take like 14 pills, I think. That was when I could start swallowing stuff again. So that's sort of the end of my hospitalization. But anyways, now I can just take it all at once. I think I can take up to 7 pills, but there's just 3, so that's easy work. Ta-da! But anyways, before I sign off, I want to touch on something that's been kind of bothering me recently. And since I don't see my psychologist for a couple of days, this camera is kind of my mode of expression, shall we say. So I obviously have a lot of trauma from what has happened to me this year, and I know a lot of people who have also had critical illnesses or the same syndrome as I did can understand, but I suffer a lot from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, or more specifically PICS, post-intensive care disorders. What that means is because I was in the ICU for so long and I was ventilated for so long, that is a specific cause of my trauma. That is the reason why I have been talking to a psychologist about it a lot and how pain affects all of that. And for the longest time, since I had never experienced anything so medically and physically, mentally traumatizing in my entire life, it was kind of hard to grasp how I would move forward after coming out of the hospital. And it's also one of the main reasons why I didn't want to come out of the hospital. The hospital was my safe space. I felt like I had a family there. Everyone there understood my situation and my condition without me having to explain it all to them. I didn't feel like I was anything less than everybody there. They all were my friends. They all were family. I could tell them anything. But that was a very small bubble that I was in, unfortunately, and I couldn't be there forever, obviously. So when I got discharged, at first I was just so hyper focused on being in pain that I kind of didn't realize that I had so much trauma. I did have nightmares here and then. Almost felt like I had to live through the whole experience all over again all night, which was tough. That did kind of like go away after a couple of months, and now it's more of a subtle thing that I go through every single day. Like for instance, people won't believe me when I'm unable to walk up like 10 flights of stairs for a football game. I won't be able to use certain elevators or ADA access equipment because they don't believe me when they look at me. So those kinds of things do trigger it, and I try to push it to the back. But sometimes even without a trigger, I will get very traumatized as if I'm going through the whole experience, or I'm scared that I'm going to go back, or it's it's like nothing that's comparable to anything that I've ever experienced before. It's indescribable with words. It's almost like I can't stop uncontrollably sobbing and shaking, and just it's not a great feeling. So I don't really know how to describe it that well yet because I am still going through it, but I just wanted to put it out there because I know there are a lot of people who went through the same thing watching this channel, and I just want to remind all of you that you are so strong, and thank you so much for sharing your experience with me. And if anyone else is going through trauma, PTSD, PICS, whatever it may be, or a medically, emotionally difficult time, I wanted to give you like 2 different ways that kind of helps me get through this time. So First, I guess as you could see in this video, I try to keep myself physically active and distracted so that I don't focus so much on the issue at hand, because sometimes it is really a subconscious thing. Like I try to focus on something else, but my brain just remembers it and my body remembers how I felt when I was in the ICU, so I keep going back to it. But when I'm so physically exhausted, it kind of keeps me away from those thoughts and I'm just able to rest comfortably. Now the important thing with that is though, you can't overdo it, because if you do, you'll feel like you're in pain and that might trigger even more. The second thing that I do is called progressive muscle relaxation. And somebody reached out to me on Instagram privately. She's very similar in age to me and she went through the same thing. And she was asking me on some advice on how I go to sleep or rest. And so progressive muscle relaxation is something I learned in occupational therapy. It's when you're like lying down, sitting, wherever is comfortable for you, and you slowly start putting pressure and squeezing one specific part of your muscle. So you can either start at the top, like your head, neck, shoulders, or you can start at the bottom, like your feet, your ankles, etc. And you slowly move up or down your body, squeezing and releasing your muscles. And that kind of helps relax tension in your body. So even if you're not going through trauma, this could be a good way to kind of help yourself relax. That really has helped me. And the last thing that I wanted to recommend was taking Epsom salt baths. For me, I'm not able to take full baths yet because I can't sit on the ground, hence I can't sit in the bathtub without being in pain. But I have a shower chair, and whenever my muscles feel really tense or tight, as it's normal if you can't walk for a while and move your muscles, Epsom salt helps to relieve that tension in your muscle. And when you take baths with them dissolved in the water, it really does help to relieve pain and anxiety as well. So that was a long segment, but I really thought it needed to be said. And I guess it's also kind of for me, it's like a checkpoint, I guess, in my recovery journey, that no longer am I feeling like severe pain, and no longer am I having these bad nightmares that last me all night. But yes, I'm still feeling very emotionally distressed, even though I believe that I did a pretty good job of hiding it in my day-to-day life. And yeah, I just wanted to record this for myself. But I guess if I decide to release this to you all, I hope you guys can get some kind of benefit from this. But anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna end this video. I will be back in a couple of days and I am so excited to see what kind of videos are coming in the new year. So I will see you all next time. Bye!